how do you manage your inventory?
Well, I try my best. That's actually a huge challenge in my business. And since I opened, I didn't realize how complicated this was. So when I first started, I was only online. I worked out of my 580 square foot apartment and my inventory was sitting on my counter.
Yeah.
So like that's what I had and that's all I had to track. And I only sold on Etsy. And then it became, okay, well, now I'm going to sell on Etsy and I'm going to sell on FAIRE, which is a wholesale platform. And then now I have a brick and mortar. So now I have things in the shop. And now in the last 3 months, I signed on a second, just a pop-up lease at Stacked Market. So
Very cool
I now
space.
have 2 retail locations. So it's definitely a challenge. I do use like a third party integration system that helps me track things, but at the same time, it's very challenging. And I face little questions that come up that like, if a customer comes into the store and buys something off the shelf and that is also available online for purchase, now what do? I just sold a crew neck twice. So it depends on what I'm selling. So my products some of them are kind of print on demand. So I can sell as many cards as I want and as many prints as I want, and I can always reorder them. But when it comes to apparel, which is I only have whatever it is, X amount, then it becomes complicated. And I'm not at the point in my business where I have like set stock for only wholesale and set stock only for in-person. I'm just trying to sell.
Yeah.
So it's very complicated and it's a huge challenge, and this is not something that I knew would be a challenge when I first started this.
So I'm just happy to hear that you're using software and not spreadsheets. Because we've seen so many people we know, like a lot of the people who come to inFlow are like coming from spreadsheets, and it just becomes like a disaster. But yeah, I mean, inFlow would be great for like solving a lot of those issues. Again, I'm not trying to push it on you or anything
No plug.
like that. Yeah,
this is your chance.
Yeah, but
This
we're
was
great
not
for
staged either.
for multiple locations, things like that. We're really great for all the problems that you have. Of course, like we don't try and push our product on anybody. We have a hugely high retention rate, like 98%, which is so basically if you start using inFlow, 98% of the people continue to use inFlow. We have very, very few people who stop using it. So we're very honest up front to people who come to us. So again, not pushing.
No, it's hard to find a good software that works. It's also if you are going to sell on Etsy and FAIRE and Shopify and whatever other platform you use, it's hard to find something that integrates into all the platforms that you use, and everyone's different, right? For me, I needed something that was going to work for those 3 platforms, but you kind of, as a small business owner, you sign up for something and then you're just like, okay, this is just kind of working. But at some point in the business, you have to stop and reflect on like what you've been doing. Is it actually really working? Is this really benefiting your business? Is it helping you excel? So it's
figure
great.
it out along the way.
100%.
Do you use barcodes for tracking your inventory?
I wish. That would be so great for me. It's something that's been on the to-do list. Now I've had staff in my shop and I'm going to continue to have staff as of August. So I'm reaching that point where I need a better system.
Right.
Because I have it barcoded in my own brain and it's, like I just know how to find things in the system.
Right.
And it's like, oh yeah, this is called the DVP card. And my staff are like,
I gotta transfer the info from your brain to there, right?
How are we supposed to know that's what it is? So barcodes would be really helpful. It's just little things. It's hard to know, do I put the barcodes on things that are getting shipped out as wholesale? Like, do they want my barcodes on it? That's kind of annoying. So it's trying to, I'm really at this like middle point, both in my lease, like for my brick and mortar, and just mentally in my life, where I need to shift my business, and this is like a really great kind of turning point to get more organized, use better systems, just reshift what I've been doing for the last 2 years.
Right. So you mentioned that you have two brick and mortar locations. You sell on wholesale as well. Do you have a separate warehouse that you store your inventory at?
That's hilarious. Yeah, my brick and my storage is my apartment.
Hey, that's still a warehouse space technically.
Okay, sure.
So
I
it's
mean,
location A is your closet in your apartment, and then B would be brick and mortar 1 and brick and mortar 2.
Basically. So I live across the street from my shop. So
perfect.
Well, that's convenient.
it's become kind of the dumping grounds for anything that doesn't fit in I have this little cupboard in my shop. My shop is 320 square foot. Okay. So a very tiny portion of that I call as the Harry Potter cupboard, and it's where everything gets stored. So anything that doesn't fit in there and in my shop goes to my apartment.
Okay. Fair enough.
I don't recommend.